Hello, happy Sunday. It is Mama Radha story time. So my loving, sweet, kind master took Mama away and we had so much fun. We went to St. Augustine. Neither of us had been there before and it was just such an adventure. He just did such a fantastic job because I'm usually like the vacation planner and I plan the itinerary and everything, but he had everything planned. So we did these different things and we climbed the lighthouse, 219 steps. It was like wow. And the view was just unbelievable. And pirate ships and the fort, incredible. Like there's so much historic information I want to tell you guys. It's just amazing. But anyway, so we just had an amazing time. I'll have to do a different video about the trip and the historical stuff that we learned. But so last night we were kind of just like topped it off. Like, we were back home and, helping our daughter get ready for prom. And that was just, she looked beautiful and amazing and all that kind of stuff. And it was just like, wow. So, and we had some other stressful things going on. So, Puppy took me out to dinner and we had a good time. And it was funny because the waitress came by and she's like, would you like this? Would you like that? Whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, I do. And he goes, nope. And the waitress looked at me and looked at him and looked at me and looked at him. And he was, because I was making a bit of a pouty face, and he goes, who's paying the bill? And he is asking the waitress this, and then she looks at me and I point at him and I said, Daddy's paying the bill, Daddy's boss. And then he, he's still looking directly at her. She looks at him and he goes, I'm paying the bill. So, so she just was like, and walked away. And then after that, like, she felt so awkward. It was absolutely hilarious. And I mean, she should have seen at least, throughout the night, by the end of the night, that I was having a great time, that I was happy. He was happy. Everything was good. I got what other things that I wanted. It just is something in particular, just whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is, Daddy said no. And I was like, but yes. Okay. I understand, do what Daddy says. So that was a hilarious thing in itself. And I told my husband, I said that, she's probably never been so mad at a man and wanted to F him at the same time because, and he's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, cause that's how women are. They're like, oh my gosh, this man put his foot down for real, and they're attracted to that. And at the same time, it makes them bristle and they're like, oh, it's really funny. It's like a combination of shock and intrigue or something like that. So then we're leaving and, he gives me a couple smacks on the bum. And I was like, because I wasn't expecting it. He does these things at the most random times. And there were a few couples sitting out on the porch. I don't know if it made it better, even better than, it doesn't really matter what color they were because this has happened to me in other situations as well. But anyway, it happened to be like three black couples, right? And the women, all you heard was a gasp, like that, right? They'll go, and the guys just start cracking up and they're like a little harder, right? And so I start giggling and he's like, what they say? And I said, Daddy, they said a little harder, and he's like, okay. So he gives me a couple more on the bum, whack, whack, and and they start cracking up. Like they're just rolling. They're like, this guy is no way. So, and then I'm just giggling because I'm like, and then he just kept going. He's smacking my butt all the way to the car. So I was like, okay, Daddy. So he just gets in the mood and he don't give literally a damn who's around. It doesn't matter what I mean, so anyway, and by the smile on my face, anybody would know I am not an abused woman. I am very well taken care of. So anywho, And there was definitely plenty of birthday smacks going on. He kind of spread it out over a week, and would get them in here and there. And I was like, oh my gosh. So it was so much fun. And we had a good time last night. So I thought that you guys would like those two stories. And it's just how he is. That one of the other things that happened on the trip, we were doing a tour of a wine distillery. Is that what they call it? A wine, whatever they call that. I don't know. Anyway, with all the barrels and all that stuff, was something we'd never done before. And he held the door open for like everybody to go in. You know, I waited on the side for him, and a daughter with her baby and the mother-in-law were like doing it together. And after a little while, they're like, you know, trying to guess his profession, you know, and they're like, well, yeah, we had a feeling, blah, 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 because, you know, we knew you were a good man because you held the door open for everyone. And I thought, wow, is that how bad it's gotten in society, that nobody holds doors for anybody anymore? You know, hey, whatever. I suppose it could be looked at like you're a sexist or something. But so, you know, I was like, yeah, absolutely, he's a good man. We were talking about how, you know, we've been together since we were 14, and showed him pictures of our kids and things like that. And they were just like, wow, like that's really rare. And I was like, I know, I'm very blessed. He's such a good man. You know, and that was just nice. But everywhere we went, people just, they give him respect. They give him recognition. They get out of his way. They, here you go, sir, whatever. I mean, he's just a big, sexy, hunky, intimidating man. And he's just so good to me. And, you know, I was going to put all this together, but whatever. It was a spontaneous, impromptu trip. It was definitely not planned. He took the days off of his vacation time later this year because he felt like I just needed to get away with all the stress of some stuff we've been dealing with extended family and whatnot. He's just like, I'm taking my mama away. And, you know, really just blessed me so much. And I felt like a bum. I look like a bum. That's why you're not going to see pictures of me from the trip, but I took a ton of pictures. And we did a few selfies. He wanted to, but, you know, I just felt like, ugh, I look so bad. But, you know, he didn't care, and he's just enjoying the time with me, and he's just such a good man. I mean, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. And I'm telling you, women are so scared to surrender. They're so scared to submit, to give control of their life to their man, to mold and shape them and, you know, shape their destiny. And it is the most freeing place to be. I literally can be myself. I'm just me. And I do everything I can to serve my husband, to make him happy, to his food, his clothes, all those type of things, which are like domestic things, you know, that you could just pay someone to do. But I mean, obviously I do it with love and cherishing him and just wanting to serve him and wanting to give him the booty and wanting to, you know, make him happy and please him. I really love to please him. I enjoy pleasing him, and that is like my job. You know, that is my job. That's my job description. Please daddy. And you know, like I say, women are so scared, but that's where you get all the things that you would want in life. I haven't asked my husband for anything other than maybe like a mommy makeover, you know. Everything that he's done is because he wants to do it, you know, whether it's, you know, let me do a little shopping spree here or there, which again, I'm very good now. I used to be a little naughty when I was younger with spending money, but I've learned, you know, if you just wait and you're patient and you wait for daddy, he'll pretty much get you your heart's desire, you know, if you're behaving yourself and things like that. So, and he wants to, you know, just give me the world, do everything for me. And he really, gosh, talk about being treated like a queen. It's because I literally like worship the ground he walks on. So, So yeah, that's about that. And oh, and I did want to say, Mr. Vibing with Run, thank you so much for doing so many great videos. Such great compilations. The last one, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Absolutely fantastic. And it's so right on. And it was hilarious because the smacks and everything on the bum, you know, all that happened last night. And I watched the video last night and this morning, and I was just giggling, going, yep, that's exactly right. And speaking so much truth, you know, that's really, really important. And men would be able to get their families in order if, you know, they have the support of the government and the laws, you know, that gave them back the rights that's rightfully theirs in the first place. You know, really, the government doesn't have the right to take those rights away from them, but they have, because they will send men with handcuffs if somebody is not happy. So anywho, just good stuff. Thank you all for all the birthday wishes, for sure. I'm so grateful. And I've got to get going. I've got a lot of things to do, catch up, and just very, very grateful for all of your support and your kindness, and for loving Mama Radha, for me being me. I'm very happy about that. You know, I just kind of do my thing, share my life with you guys as a hope and inspiration, and just to have somebody out here in the world that's like, hey, been married our whole lives, you know, loved the same man my whole life, and it's been an incredible blessing, you know. And I feel like there's not enough women out here giving that message, living it, you know, doing it, not just talking about it, and, you know, serving with selflessness and getting blessed, you know, beyond imagination. And that's just the truth. So love you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. The weather has been crazy, and yeah, so whew, I'm just glad, you know, Daddy was home last night to put his foot down about some things, because otherwise family can tend to take advantage of the big hearts of women. And I try to keep my boundaries, you know, to not get too involved with certain things, but sometimes I make exceptions, and then I put myself in a bad situation, and I didn't have to worry about that because Daddy simply said, no, nope, we're not going to do it. Nope, this person can't come here. Nope, sorry. And that's that. So yay for Daddy. All right, love you guys. Talk to you soon. Ciao. Oh, and this morning was amazing. But anyway, all right, bye.